From Cedar Rapids Xavier High School, Darren Swenson, Larry Berlin. We're about ready to get things underway. JV tonight, Xavier won that battle by a 42-29 margin. Varsity game upon us. Coach B, your keys to Vikings' success tonight.
Well, Darren, we know that Xavier's going to bring the defense. We know they're going to have a lot of offense. What can Decorah do to neutralize the offense, and what can they do to stop the to score against their defense? Those are the keys. We have to figure out a way to do that on the floor, on the go, and that's where it comes into leadership and having a little bit of discipline and not getting too excited. Just play the game. Let it come to you.
Teams have broken their huddles. Decorah off to our left and Xavier off to our right as we broadcast from courtside tonight. Tap will be between Amelia Ivester and Caitlin Kregel. The ball is in the air and the tap is controlled by Decorah. They shoot to our right here in the first half. Olinger to Skirring to Kregel, lays it up and in. A quick start for the Vikings and Caitlin Kregel with their first two. It's 2-0 Decorah. Xavier first possession, shooting to our left along the left baseline. Lizzie Bailey, a 15-footer, is no good. Rebound down on the weak side, taken by Peyton Jurlett, and a reach-in foul is called on Amelia Ivester, the freshman for Xavier.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better start, Darren. Great tip, layup, and then we get a good rebound down here.
Inbounds against the person-to-person press. Jurlett ahead to Skirring, and the pass too far for her, and it's run down by Morgan Breitbach for Xavier. Kicks it along the baseline to Lizzie Bailey. She'll go in and get bumped and fouled on the shot by Peyton Jurlett. Jurlett picks up personal number 1, team foul number 1 as well. So a couple of shots coming for Lizzie Bailey. We are 28 seconds into the game. It is 2-0 Decorah.
And as much as I liked what we did early there, that was really a poor situation in that we made a bad pass and then we compounded it by not playing good defense to stop that run.
First free throw was good. Second free throw up and good. It's 2-2 Decorah and Xavier. Skirring along the left sideline to Jurlett. Jurlett tried to save it inbounds, ended up playing it off a Xavier player, Lizzie Bailey, so Decorah will play it in the far corner. We're 32 seconds in. It is a 2-2 game. Jurlett into the left corner and Kregel between the circles to Stahlberger. Left corner to Jurlett underneath at the left block to Kregel. Tried to get it back to Jurlett. Ball went through her hands, taken away by McKenna Anderson for Xavier. Quickly ahead to Morgan Breitbach. She caught it at an awkward angle and was forced to travel trying to save it inbounds.
It's obvious that both teams want to run, Darren.
Skirring will play it inbounds against the person-to-person press. Lobs it inbounds to Shelby Stahlberger. Catches it right in front of us at court side. She'll take a couple of dribbles and pass it across the timeline to Caitlin Kregel. Kregel deep on the right side, back to Shelby Stahlberger. Shelby dribbles to the right side, leaves it to Jurlett right of the key, now to Kregel, and Kregel travels with it. So 59 seconds in, 2-2. We have 4 turnovers combined, 3 on Decorah and 1 on Xavier.
Darren, we only had 15 the other night. We need to clean this up a little bit. We're right here.
And a lot of those came early in the ballgame. Into the front court for Xavier, McKenna Anderson. Anderson in the left corner to Lizzie Bailey. Top of the key to Megan Jones. Jones on the right side to Morgan Breitbach. Breitbach drives to the right baseline, bumped into and fouled by Taylor Skirring. Skirring with the foul, her first, team second. Minute 15 in, 2-2 the score.
Well, it's obvious that they're calling a close game, so it's time for the players to adjust.
Baseline right, looking to get it inbounds is McKenna Anderson. Left baseline to Amelia Ivester. 15-footer, no good, and a foul is called as in the battle for the board, McKenna Anderson displaces a Decorah player. Anderson the foul, her first and the team's second. Minute 17 in, we're 2-2 between Decorah and Xavier. Inbounds comes to Shelby Stahlberger at three-quarter court now to Skirring. Bounce pass across the timeline to Stahlberger. Stahlberger kicks it to Kregel between the circles. Left side, Peyton Jurlett. A three-pointer is up. It's a brick. The rebound pulled down by Megan Jones for Xavier. Outlet left to McKenna Anderson. Left corner to Elizabeth Bailey. A three-pointer up by Lizzie Bailey is no good. Kregel the rebound for Decorah. We're a minute 40 in. It is 2-2. Taylor Skirring to the front court to our right, picks up her dribble. Now to Shelby Stahlberger between the circles. Stahlberger takes the dribble, goes right wing to Taylor Skirring. Underneath to Kregel over her head, out of bounds. Another turnover on Decorah. So a little bit more intense defense being played against Decorah, and so far they're still in the feeling out process, minute 56 in.
Well, I think we've got to move to .2 now. I think we're through that. Now we got to get a little more settled down, Darren.
Madison Nelson, the first substitute into the game for Xavier. Here is Breitbach driving to the baseline, put up the shot, no good. She got her own board, she put it up and in, and Tess Olinger fouled her. She got her board between three Decorah jerseys, and Breitbach will have an opportunity at the hat trick. Olinger the foul, her first, team's third. Morgan Breitbach had 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists against Decorah a year ago. Will come into the... We'll have the opportunity at the three-point play. First and only up and good. It is 5-2 Xavier. Linnea Kephart, Sandra Zidlicki into the game for Decorah. Here's the pass to Peyton Jurlett. It's deflected and knocked out of bounds by Lizzie Bailey. So in front of the Xavier bench on the right side of the forecourt, Decorah will look to get it in bounds. Linnea Kephart around a screen to the top of key and Taylor Skirring. Skirring around a screen left side. Skirring drives all the way to the hoop, puts it up off the glass, no good, but draws the foul. The foul on Madison Nelson, her first, team's third. Hope you don't have any plans at 11 o'clock tonight, Larry.
Well, we're taking a while to get this thing started. You know, Decorah has this great thing off the inbound where they throw the pass to the midcourt and then they throw it to the baseline. They forced that pass, and they were lucky to get it back this last time, Darren. Back door there would be beautiful. They'd need a layup off of that.
Skirring's free throw no good. Kriegel out. Riley Monteith in for Decorah. Ivester coming in, as well as McKenna Anderson coming back in for Xavier. Second free throw up and good for Taylor. That's her first points. Lexi Noonan was in the game as well for Cedar Rapids Xavier. It's 5-3 Decorah. We are 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the ball game. Also in is Jennifer Dickus for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Between the circles with it is Megan Jones. Jones on the right side to Dickus. Dickus slot pass underneath at the right block to McKenna Anderson. Goes up, shot block, foul call. And the foul will go against Taylor Skirring. Skirring will pick up personal number 2, team foul number 4. 2 minutes, 41 seconds in. It is 5-3 Cedar Rapids Xavier. And McKenna Anderson to the free throw line. First free throw is no good. A lot of flow early on in this one.
Well, they're calling a very close game, Darren. And again, the girls have to adjust.
Second one up. Front rim, back iron, and it drops to the bottom of the well. McKenna Anderson with her first points. It is 6-3 the score.
You may get carpal tunnel if you happen to have to run the clock over here with that buzzer, because Cedar Rapids Xavier is going to sub a bunch.
Linnea Kephart in the forecourt for Decorah. Drives along the baseline, dumps it underneath to Sandra Zidlicki. Turnaround shot, no good, and a foul is called on Amelia Ivester, who picks up her second, and Sandra Zidlicki will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. We are 2 minutes, 50 seconds into the game. It is 6-3 Cedar Rapids Xavier. Sandra Zidlicki out with an injury on Friday night, misses the first free throw here. Vikes get her back, as well as Linnea Kephart. Linnea has shown off another one of her talents at the All-State Music Festival on Friday night. Second free throw for Sandra. It is no good. Rebound to the side, taken by Xavier. Lizzie Bailey got it. Maria McDonough also in for Decorah now. Anderson on the right wing, top of the key to Dickus. Dickus left wing to Bailey. Bailey on the drive to the free throw line. A bump and a foul is going to be called on Linnea Kephart. Kephart picks up her first, team's fifth. And 6-3 the score. Linnea Kephart picking up the foul there a moment ago. And McKenna Anderson will look to get the ball inbounds right in front of us. Does so to Morgan Breitbach in the midcourt area. Goes to the right corner, and Aaron Drozel underneath at the right block to Breitbach, and Breitbach lays it up in. 5 points for Morgan Breitbach. It's an 8-3 lead for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Kephart to drill it across the timeline on the left wing to Maria McDonough. Underneath to Monteith. Couldn't handle the pass. Goes out of bounds. And Decorah will turn it over for their fifth times. Kriegel and Stahlberger back into the game to join Zidlicki, McDonough, and Jurlid on the floor. It's Breitbach, it's Anderson, it's Nelson, it's Drazel, and Christensen for Xavier. Drazel on the left wing, back between the circles to Christensen. Christensen on the right side to Morgan Breitbach. Breitbach driving to the right baseline, high on the right to Nelson. Back to Breitbach on the right wing, retreating to the midcourt area. Breitbach driving right baseline against Jurlid. Pass across the lane, intercepted by Caitlin Kriegel for Decorah. Now to Jurlid across the timeline. Jurlid in the right corner to Shelby Stahlberger. Shelby on the drive into the lane. Kicks it right baseline to Kriegel. A 15-footer is up. It is no good. Rebound fought for, and Maria McDonough will get called for the foul.
I tell you what, they're calling it tight, Darren. Really tight.
Correction, it's Sandra Zidlicki who will pick up the foul, her first, and the team's sixth. A 30-second timeout is asked for by Coach Storhoff here with 3:57 to play here in quarter number one. It is an 8-3 lead for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Thoughts, Coach B?
Well, I tell you, Darren, again, I've said it a couple times. I won't say it again after this, but the girls have got to adjust to the first two things. Number one, the pace. Right now, the Xavier has got us a little out of our comfort zone. They're forcing us to go up and down the floor. They're giving us some defense where we didn't expect to see it. And the other thing is we have got to be straight up. We cannot be going into people on rebounds. We're going to get fouled out here.
Dickus hand pass across the timeline to Megan Anderson on the left wing to Dickus in front of the Decorah bench. Through a screen to the top of the key, drives right of the lane, pass deflected, taken away by Sandra Zidlicki for Decorah, now to Kriegel. Ahead to Jurlid across the timeline. Her pass deflected, taken in the midcourt area by Stahlberger. Stahlberger on the right side to Peyton Jurlid. Underneath the Zidlicki at the block, and a foul is going to be called on Cedar Rapids Xavier. That'll be the sixth foul on Xavier. The fifth foul on Xavier, and Madison Nelson will pick up her second. 3:30 to play in the quarter. Inbounds comes to Zidlicki, right block, puts it up for two. First points of the season for Sandra off the feed from Peyton Jurlid. It's 8-5 Cedar Rapids Xavier. On the left wing with it, Drazel underneath at the left block to Nelson. Nelson went up, missed the shot, but Sandra Zidlicki fouled her, and that's her second, and the team's seven. 3:18 to play here in the first quarter. And going to the free throw line to shoot two is Maddie Nelson for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Sometimes you just have to cut your losses, and that's one where Sandra just was not in position. Don't foul. Let her have her layup and learn from it. Do a better job next time. I really did like what Sandra did on the offensive end, though. She kept the ball above her head and shot. Never brought it down. Got the shot off.
Nelson's first free throw was good. Her second free throw good as well. It is 10-5 Cedar Rapids Xavier. We have 3:13 to play here in the first quarter. McDonough had it stripped, knocked away, taken away by Xavier. McKenna Anderson quickly ahead to Megan Jones, and Jones is going to get fouled as Shelby Stahlberger tried to cut her off but got there a bit too late. Shelbs will pick up her first and the team's eighth. So 10-5 Cedar Rapids Xavier, 3:06 to play here in the first quarter. And the Saints have been living at the free throw line here in the first quarter. It's the first free throw up and good by Megan Jones.
Well, I've got the Saints for 2 baskets, Darren, so that means that they've made half their points on free throws.
More than half. Second free throw, no good. Rebound down, and a foul is going to be called on...
No, I think we had a violation.
Or a lane violation, I'm sorry.
That's not good.
11-5 the score, so the 3-to-make-2 situation, and Megan Jones will can the second free throw, and Xavier has been 8 of 9 at the free throw line to this point. 3-minute mark, first quarter, 12-5 Cedar Rapids Xavier. Jurlid in the left corner to Stahlberger, had it stripped, went out of her hands and out of bounds, and Decorah turns it over for time number 8.
Well, I want to tell you what, we're not used to this, Darren. This is in-your-face defense, and they're quick.
Across the timeline with it is Drazel. Drazel driving to the left baseline, cut off the left block. Kicks it in the left corner to Jones. Jones couldn't handle the pass. Goes out of bounds. And turnover number 4 on the Saints.
And that was caused by great defensive pressure by Decorah. They really did a good job there. Shelby, really a good job.
Inbounds it comes, intercepted by Morgan Breitbach. Kicks along the right baseline for a layup. That's no good by Noonan. Taken on the weak side by Lizzie Bailey. Backs out to the left wing, and a three-pointer is up and good. Bailey with 5. It is 15-5, Cedar Rapids Xavier. 2:25 to play here in quarter number 1. Jurlid dribbling across the timeline to Shelby Stahlberger. Stahlberger underneath to Kregel, but Shelby traveled with it on the pass.
I didn't see that, Darren, but I didn't have a real good angle.
2:16 to play here in the first quarter. 15-6, or 15-5 rather. Cedar Rapids Xavier on top. Vikes led 2-0 about 5 seconds in, but have struggled offensively since. Lizzie Bailey on the drive to the lane, and a travel is going to be called on her. And Tom Lilly is going to take a 30-second timeout. 2:04 to play here in the first quarter. The Saints 15 and the Vikings 5. I thought this was a 30-second timeout, but apparently it's not. Actually, it is.
It is. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on here. You had me thrown off in a curveball as well. But again, Decorah right now is in a tremendously critical point in this ball game, Darren. They have got to settle down, get a good offensive set, get themselves a shot, put a basket on that scoreboard, because I'll tell you, they've shown a lot of inconsistency to this point.
Kephart looking to get it inbounds against the pressure. Inbounds to Jurlid, now to Stahlberger. Stahlberger dribbles across the timeline on the near sideline. Shelby, bounce pass on the right side to Jurlid underneath the Kregel at the block. Kregel tried the up and under move, got stopped, tried it again, missed the shot. Rebound Lizzie Bailey. Lizzie Bailey driving all the way down for the Saints, puts it up, no good. Rebound pinballed out to the top of the key, and Anderson, a three-pointer is up, it's no good. Rebound fought for, taken at the right block by Noonan. Noonan puts up the shot and missed it, and Kregel got the rebound. Her outlet pass is taken by Morgan Breitbach, kicks it across the lane to Noonan, lays it up and in, and a foul is called. Game of hot potato, eventually won by the Saints. Bucket good. Foul on Peyton Jurlid. That'll be her second and the team's 9th. So a hat-trick opportunity for Lexi Noonan.
Well, it's unfortunate there, Darren, because we did not do a good job of blocking out, and as a result, on the rebound, they gave them 3 opportunities, and that burns you.
First and only, no good for Noonan. Rebound Tess Olinger for Decorah. Now to Kephart, to Stahlberger, to Olinger. Lob pass underneath the Zidlicki at the right block, puts it up and in. Sandra with her second bucket. It is 17-7 Cedar Rapids Xavier with a minute 13 to play here in the first quarter. Left corner with it is Lizzie Bailey, left of the key to McKenna Anderson. Takes a dribble, lob pass towards the right corner through the hands of Noonan, and it goes out of bounds, and Decorah will play it. 11 turnovers for Decorah, 6 for Xavier to this point.
That was a deflection there by Decorah. Had good hand, had their hands in the passing lane, got a deflection, and the Xavier girl could not handle the pass.
Pass inbounds to Kephart, was intercepted by Bailey, but she ran out of real estate on the far sideline, so Decorah will keep possession. 63 seconds to play here in the first quarter. The score is 17-7 Cedar Rapids Xavier. Peyton Jurlid will look to get the basketball inbounds. Jurlid, lob pass in through the hands of Stahlberger, taken away by Nelson for Xavier. Back between the circles to McKenna Anderson. Anderson in the left corner to Bailey, goes across the lane, misses the shot, but a foul is called. Boy, Decorah going to have anybody left for the second half?
No.
Shelby Stahlberger will pick up her second, and the team's 10th already with 56.6 to play here in the first quarter. Lizzie Bailey with 5 points thus far. First free throw up and good. Of the 18 points that Cedar Rapids Xavier has, 9 have come from the free throw line. Second free throw up and good, make that 10. So Xavier with more points from the free throw line than Decorah has points to this point. 19-7, Cedar Rapids Xavier, 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Kephart lob pass across the timeline to Peyton Jurlid. Jurlid along the right baseline to Olinger, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's last touched by Cedar Rapids Xavier. Boy, as tight as they're calling this, and two bodies go to the floor and nothing there. Inbounds it comes to Olinger. Ball through her hands. Loose ball taken by the Saints. Controlled by Noonan. Quickly ahead on the right side to Bailey, and Bailey traveled with it. 37.8 to play here in the first quarter. It's been a long one.
Give Shelby Stahlberg a lot of credit there for making that travel, because she hustled back.
Stahlberger ahead to Peyton Jurlid, dribbling it across the timeline. Skip pass over on the left side to Linnea Kephart. Linnea on the left wing, lob pass to Olinger at the left block. It's going to end up in a tie-up between Olinger and Nelson. Alternating possession will go to the Saints with 25.8 to play in the quarter, and Decorah almost has tied their turnover total from Friday night. They have 14. Across the timeline with it is Noonan. Noonan in the left corner to Bailey. Bailey top of the key to Claire Christensen. Over on the right side to Riley Bastian, who is in the game. She'll dribble to the top of the key. Goes in the left corner to Christensen. Dribbles to the free throw line. Back between the circles to Bailey with 3 seconds. To Bastian. Bounce pass underneath. Intercepted by Sandra Zidlicki. And all of a sudden the first quarter comes to an end. It's 19-7. Cedar Rapids Xavier. Let's take a break for Paul Hudson, your State Farm insurance agent. One quarter done. 19-7. Cedar Rapids Xavier. And
take a breath there, and my goodness gracious, that was
like
up and down.
Calling a pinball or a hot potato game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Xavier is going to do that to you. They're going to force you to play a tempo that you're not comfortable at. Now, how do you get a team ready for that tempo in practice? I always tell the 7th grade girls, you got to start playing and practicing at game speed, and it's awfully difficult to do until you actually get thrown in the frying pan and feel how hot it can get.
19-7, Cedar Rapids Xavier. Decorah ball to start the second quarter. They shoot to our right. Inbounds comes to Taylor Skurring. She's playing with 2 fouls. She'll dribble across the timeline. Leave it on the right wing to Peyton Jurlid. Drives to the right baseline. A 15-footer, nowhere close. Rebound to Megan Anderson, and a foul is going to be called on Caitlin Kriegel. Kriegel will pick up personal number 1, and 2 shots coming on the other end for Cedar Rapids Xavier. McKenna Anderson is 1 of 2 at the free throw line. The Xavier Saints 10 of 12 in the first quarter from the free throw line. Decorah was 1 of 4. First free throw up and good for McKenna Anderson. It is 20-7, Cedar Rapids Xavier. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. McKenna Anderson second free throw up and good. 2 touchdown lead for the Saints, 21-7, and a blocking foul is going to be called right in front of us on Cedar Rapids Xavier, getting there a touch late, or so it appeared to the official was McKenna Anderson. McKenna Anderson picked up her second and the team's 6th. I'm got to be honest, that should have been Taylor's 3rd. We had the perfect angle on that.
We were right on top of that, baby.
We don't get to say that too often. Stahlberger around a screen to the right corner. Right wing to Peyton Jurlid. Lob pass underneath. Sandra Zidlicki puts it up from the right block. No good. Rebound pulled down by Breitbach for the Saints. Breitbach had it knocked away from behind by Skurring. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Saints will play it baseline right.
Interesting statistic here, Darren. Decorah right now has 2 rebounds. Xavier has 9.
Yep. Grazel tried to get it inbounds. The ball knocked out of bounds, and now the Saints will play it baseline left as it was last touched by Tess Olinger. 7:28 to play second quarter, a 21-7 lead for the Saints. Inbounds comes to Ivester. Back between the circles to Morgan Breitbach. Breitbach on the dribble against Peyton Jurlid. Picks up her dribble, goes in the right corner to Dickus. Dickus driving to the right baseline. Works on Skirring back on the right wing to Nelson, had it knocked away. Loose ball taken by Dickus near the timeline. Her pass intercepted by Shelby Stahlberger for Decorah. Now to Skirring up the left side of the floor. Spinning left of the lane, lost control of her dribble, got it back, kicks it to Drilla, 12-footer up, no good. Caitlin Kregel the rebound, puts it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Xavier Saints. It was Breitbach who got it quickly ahead on the right side to Drazel, put up the shot, no good. Ivester took it in the lane, put up the shot, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and Xavier will play it. We have 6:45 to play, second quarter, a 21-7 lead for the Saints. Inbounds towards Morgan Breitbach, and the ball just slapped out of bounds by Peyton Jurlett as it goes out into the entryway.
Well, Xavier has not disappointed with their tenacity, shall we say.
Inbounds it comes to Lizzie Bailey. Bailey pass towards half court, knocked away by Skirring. Dickus though takes it, kicks it along the right baseline to Christensen, back towards Breitbach, and it's a tie-up between Jurlid and Breitbach. Alternating possession will go to Cedar Rapids Xavier. 6:38 to play second quarter, 21-7, Cedar Rapids Xavier. Morgan Breitbach has it. Baseline left. And at the left block to Claire Christensen, goes across the lane, put up the shot, no good. Breitbach got the board. Breitbach got fouled. Either Zidlicki or Jurlid both got her, to be honest with you. And Jurlid going to get the foul. That will be her third at the 6:33 mark of the second quarter. Decorah already been whistled for 13 fouls here in the first half.
Right now, Decorah is shooting 3 of 10. And on the other hand, Xavier is shooting only 3 of 13.
Breitbach's first free throw up and good. Second free throw up and good. Breitbach was 7, 23-7. The Saints. Skirring had the ball knocked out of bounds, and it's last touch by Skirring. But the big stat is the taking care of the basketball there, Larry.
Absolutely. That was our 16th turnover, Darren.
That's more than Friday night. Inbounds comes Morgan Breitbach. Kicks it in the backcourt to Jennifer Dickus. Dickus into the left corner, and Bailey back on the left wing to Morgan Breitbach. Breitbach dribbles to the free throw line, driving to the right block, goes up, shot blocked by Sandra Zidlicki, and Sandra pulls it down as well to Maria McDonough on the left side. She'll dribble across the timeline. Maria had it knocked away. It's taken there by the Saints. Christensen lost control of it, got it back, and boy, an offensive foul is going to be called out of all that on Jennifer Dickus for using the forearm there. Dickus picks up her first, team 7th, and a 30-second timeout is asked for by Coach Storhoff. It'll be a 30-second break, 6:03 to play here in the second quarter. It's 23-7, Cedar Rapids Xavier.
I would say that Xavier was better than Edco.
Fair statement. Well, but you knew that going in, and you can only hope that facing a team that plays with such tenacity, as you put it earlier, just gets you to raise your game a little bit and to get you to realize that you still got a lot of improving to do.
That's right. We've got some work to do, Darren, and certainly this is going to make practice a little easier for the coaching staff.
Inbounds it comes to Linnea Kephart, quickly into Taylor Skirring. Nice press break. She'll go down the lane. She'll put up the shot. Ivester blocked it, and she pulled it down as well. Bastian receives the outlet pass on the left side. Dribbles across the timeline. Left corner to Bailey. Bailey on the left wing around a screen, driving into the lane. Nice screen roll pass back to Ivester. Lays it up for 2. That's fundamental basketball right there. Nice. Ivester for her first 2. It's 25-7 Cedar Rapids Xavier. 5:35 to play here in the second quarter. Maria McDonough with it across the timeline. Bounce pass midcourt area. Taylor Skirring. Skirring on the take in the lane. Lost control of the basketball. Taken away by Claire Christensen. Now to Bastian. Quickly ahead on the right side to Bailey. Saves it inbounds to the right block for Christensen and lays it up for 2. And now the lead is 20 for Cedar Rapids Xavier. 27-7 the score. And a foul on somebody.
Right there,
Taylor Skirring.
Taylor's frustrated. She needs to be on the bench for a little bit because She's not playing basketball right now.
And Taylor Skirring will pick up the foul, her third, and the team's 14th of the first half. So Taylor will head to the bench, probably, I'd guess, for the final 5-10 of the first half. 27-7, Cedar Rapids Xavier. 5:10 to play in the second quarter. Noonan with the ball in bounds, gets it to the left block, and Nelson, a turnaround shot is no good. Rebound to Maria McDonough for Decorah. Outlet right to Linnea Kephart. Kephart dribbles across the timeline now to Maria McDonough, dribbling around the midcourt area. Picking up her dribble, her pass deflected, run down by Kephart near the timeline, between the circles to Stahlberger left side. Bounce pass underneath the Kriegel at the left block, put up the shot. No good, but a foul is going to be called, and Caitlin Kriegel will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. 4:47 to play here in the quarter. A 27-7 lead for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Madison Nelson picks up her third personal and the team's 8th.
You know, every time Decorah's had an opportunity to come down and kind of get a set in offensive end, they have ended up having a decent shot and either getting a good shot or getting fouled there, and we need to do more of that.
And tell you what, you get the ball to Caitlin Kriegel in the low block, something we didn't see a lot of last year. Good things are going to happen, Larry. First free throw was no good. Second free throw up and good. Kriegel with 3. Sandra Zidlicki leads Decorah with 4. It's 27-8. Cedar Rapids Xavier, 4:40 to play second quarter. Anderson on the left side to Kiana Stanek, who just checked into the game. Back between the circles to Megan Jones. On the right side to Dickus. Dickus drive to the right baseline. No, it was Breitbach, and Breitbach, whirling dervish, puts it up and in. Breitbach with 9 as Stahlberger loses the basketball. It's taken there by Breitbach, and Breitbach traveled with it on the way up. So 29-8, Cedar Rapids Xavier, 4:20 to play second quarter.
This full court person-to-person press is killing us, Darren.
Bounce comes Linnea Kephart now to Maria McDonough at three-quarter court. Maria dribbles across the timeline against Stanek. Left corner to Kephart. A three-pointer is up and good. First points of the season for Linnea Kephart. And it's 29-11 Cedar Rapids Xavier. Halfway point, second quarter. Morgan Breitbach on the right side to Megan Jones. Jones on the right wing to Anderson. Top of the key to Stanek. Checked there by Kephart. Stanek with the basketball, stop and go dribble to the left side, hand pass now to Breitbach. Breitbach with an opening at the free throw line, takes it and scores. Morgan Breitbach with 11 for Xavier, 31-11. Cedar Rapids Xavier, 3:35 to play second quarter. McDonough on the right side of Kriegel, goes up, shot blocked, foul called. Ivester will get the personal, that will be her third, team's 9th. Kriegel will go to the free throw line.
Excuse me, Darren. That was a really nice take by Kriegel there. I mean, she just turned, faced up, and then went to the basket and challenged the big gal.
Kriegel with 3 points. First free throw, no good.
We got to make our free throws.
2 of 7 at the free throw line, and Xavier 14 for 16 thus far. 3:33 to play second quarter. Second free throw up and no good. Rebound pulled down by McKenna Anderson for Xavier. Now to Breitbach, drive to the right block, puts it up and in. Breitbach with 8 in the quarter, 13 on the night, 33-11 Cedar Rapids Xavier, 3:20 to play second quarter. Stahlberger with it across the timeline. Stahlberger double teamed on the half court. Lost it, got it back. Still being pressured. Skip pass over to Kephart, left wing. Kephart retreats to the midcourt area. Bounce pass on the right wing to Stahlberger. Bounce pass underneath to Kriegel at the right block. Goes up, partially deflected. Rebound pulled down by Bailey for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Anderson has it on the right wing underneath at the right block for a shot by Madison Cadillac is no good. Rebound controlled by Maria McDonough for Decorah. 2:48 to play here in the second quarter, 33-11 Cedar Rapids Xavier. Stahlberger on the right wing, top of the key to Kriegel on the left side to Kephart. Kephart dribbles to the free throw line, lost control of the dribble. It goes out of bounds, and Decorah, I think, is going to keep it. Never officially saw a signal, but you know what? Nobody's moving.
I don't know if the official really knew what to call. He was looking for help. I gave him that signal. He went for it.
No, and team, Coach B. Top of the key with it. Maria McDonough, left corner to Kephart. A 20-footer is an air ball. Rebound deflected off the hands of Tess Olinger and out of bounds. And Xavier will play it from the far end to our right. 2:26 to play till halftime. Xavier leads it 33-11. They've outscored Decorah 14-4 here in the second quarter after leading 19-7 in quarter number 1. On the right wing with it is Lizzie Bailey around a screen into lane, put up the shot, partially deflected by Zidlicki, goes out of bounds, and Xavier will keep possession. 2:11 to play second quarter. 33-11 Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Into the Saints, number 0, Riley Baskin.
It's been impressive. I mean, Xavier's impressed.
And Coach Tom Lilly is going to take a 30-second timeout. And I think it's fair to say we've probably seen more skilled Xavier teams, but you're always going to bring just a level of intensity that maybe one team, and I'm going to say maybe two teams in the Northeast Iowa Conference can match the intensity that Xavier brings every time I've seen them play basketball there.
Oh, I agree totally, Darren. And certainly that intensity was just way more than what Decorah had on their plate coming into this dinner. And right now they're getting their dinner handed to them, and they need to settle down. You have to talk about it at halftime. And are they going to win? Chances are they won't, but they have to play a solid ball game in the second half so they get their feet underneath them again.
Alexandra Noonan will play at baseline right in the front court to our left. Inbounds to Claire Christensen, left of the circle, back to Bastian. Bastian with the basketball between the circles on the left wing to Cadlick, left corner to Noonan. Actually, Noonan now has it on the left wing. Back to Bailey in the left corner. Drives left to the lane, takes a 10-footer and got it to go. Lizzie Bailey with 9 for Cedar Rapids Xavier. It's 35-11 Saints. 1:48 to play second quarter. Ball deflected out of bounds on the pressure. And Decorah will play it on the far end. Kephart will look to get it in bounds. Does so to Stahlberger at three-quarter court. Stahlberger dribbles it across the timeline. Bounce pass to Maria McDonough. McDonough on the right wing. Head and shoulder fakes, takes a couple of dribbles, kicks it back between the circles to Kephart with 1:34 to play second quarter. Kephart on the right wing to McDonough. McDonough on the right wing. Bounce pass underneath the Zidlicki. Turnaround shot. Fails to fall. Rebound pulled down by Cadlick for Xavier. Now to Bastian up the left near side. Bastian in the front court, dribbles to the midcourt area to Bailey on the right wing, into the right corner, and Cadlick. Cadlick right of the key to Noonan. Noonan back to Cadlick, right corner. And a travel is called on her. 20 turnovers for Decorah, 13 for Xavier. 1:08 to play second quarter, 35-11. Pass right in bounds to Lizzie Bailey, but she couldn't handle it. She was kind of in between shooting and dribbling, and the ball went out of bounds, and from the far end, Shelby Stahlberger will look to get it in bounds. Stahlberger's lob pass in bounds, deflected, loose at half court, taken there by Christensen. On the left side to Noonan. Noonan left corner to Bailey. A three is up and good. Bailey with 12 is 38-11 Cedar Rapids Xavier. 53 seconds to play second quarter. Up the left side is McDonough underneath the Zidlicki. Goes to the floor to retrieve the ball to Stahlberger, right wing, top of the key to Kephart, and Linnea nails the three. Linnea Kephart leading Decorah now with 6, 38-14 Cedar Rapids Xavier. 34 seconds to play second quarter. Decorah has now surpassed the total points that they had the last time down here. Olinger tried to get a steal. It was deflected, taken there by Cadlick. Cadlick now to Noonan. Noonan on the right side of Cadlick. Cadlick in the right corner to Bastian. Bastian dribbles to the right wing. Right corner to Cadlick. Cadlick with 8 seconds left in the quarter. Now to Noonan with 4 seconds. Noonan's going to take a three-pointer. It's no good. Kephart got the rebound. Kephart will fling one short. That wouldn't have counted anyway. So 38-14. Xavier outscores Decorah 19-7 in the first quarter and 19-7 in the second quarter. 38-14. Xavier leads it at the halftime break. Let's hear from Dr. Kelly Reagan, Chiropractic, Wintersheik Mutual Insurance, Greg and Marty Wise with Plan One Financial and Bruning Rock Products. Kregel right of the key on the left side of Skirring. Skirring drives in, misses the shot, but a foul is called. So a good aggressive take by Taylor Skirring. And Taylor had a little bit of a frustrating first half. Gets the foul on Maddie Nelson. That will be her fourth personal foul. So Skirring at 22 the other night, only had one in the first half. We'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple here, and the first free throw is up and good.
Well, what happened there is they had a good set coming out of halftime. They had set that up from the half court, and they knew they had the ball, and they got Taylor isolated on the weak side, and she went right to the basket.
38-15, second free throw up and good, but it won't count as somebody moved early down low. And it was a Decorah girl. And Coach Storhoff is going to ask about it. And apparently it was against Decorah and not the other way. All right, 38-15 the score, 7:50 to play here in the third quarter. Kenny Anderson with the basketball into the left corner, and Lizzie Bailey. Bailey left to the key to Claire Christensen on the right side to Morgan Breitbach. Underneath of the right block to Megan Anderson, lays it up and in. Or that is McKenna Anderson, I should say. She's got 5, and it's 40-15 Saints. Gurlitt against the press break on the right side, lost control of it. It's taken away by Christensen. Her pass intercepted by Taylor Skirring. Skirring went up, lost control of it, got it back, kicks it in the lane to Tess Olinger, put up the shot from 5 and got it. Olinger with her first 2. 40-17 Saints. 7:08 to play here in the third quarter. Kenny Anderson into the left corner, and Elizabeth Bailey. Bailey back between the circles to Claire Christensen on the right side of Morgan Breitbach. Breitbach driving right baseline, dribbles all the way through, kicks it left baseline to Christensen. Now to Bailey. Bailey at the top of the key, goes on the right side to McKenna Anderson. McKenna Anderson right corner to Morgan Breitbach. Breitbach on the right wing, guarded by Peyton Jurlett. A hand pass on the right wing to Christensen. Left of the key to Elizabeth Bailey. Bailey driving left to lane, put up a runner, failed to fall. Rebound down to Taylor Skirring. Her pass intercepted by Morgan Breitbach. Her pass deflected by Skirring, taken away by Olinger. Now to Jurlett, right side to Stahlberger, and back out to Skirring to reset.
Goodness gracious, Darren.
Pinball game over for the time being. Stahlberger with it on the right wing. Top of the key to Jurlett. Lob pass underneath the Kregel with the right block. Triple team turnaround shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Elizabeth Bailey. Bailey driving all the way down, put it up off the glass and in. Nobody picked her up. And Lizzie Bailey now with 14. It is 42-15 Cedar Rapids Xavier. We are 2 minutes into the second half. With it across the timeline is Peyton Jurlett around a screen left side. Three-pointer off the glass and in. The bank open on a Tuesday night here in Cedar Rapids.
I didn't hear her call it either. But it counts.
It's the holiday season.
Yeah, it counts the same.
Bailey driving left baseline, lost control of the ball. It goes out of bounds. And it will be Decorah ball. 42-20. 5:35 to play here in the third quarter. Stahlberger up the right side of the floor. Stahlberger top of the key to Jurlett, 20-footer up. It's off the front rim. Rebound pulled down by Kregel. Kregel put up the shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Claire Christensen. Christensen now to Bastian. Bastian driving right out of the lane. Now retreats to the midcourt area. Guarded by Peyton Jurlett. Bastian driving left to the lane, kicks it on the left block to Megan Jones, and Jones couldn't handle the pass. Goes out of bounds. .42-20 the score. The Saints on top. Here is Skirring trying to get it off to Zidlicki. Her pass intercepted by Claire Christensen. Christensen tried to get it underneath to Anderson, and it's a tie-up between Anderson and Stahlberger. And Xavier will get possession. 4:54 to play here in the third quarter. 42-20 Saints. Looking to get it inbounds is McKenna Anderson back between the circles to Riley Bastian. Bastian on the right wing to McKenna Anderson. Anderson goes top of the key to Drazel. Drazel. Right corner to Anderson. Anderson in the right corner. Skip pass over on the left side to Drazel. Drazel takes the three-pointer, no good. The rebound pulled down by Krigel. Stahlberger will dribble up into the front court for Decorah. Stahlberger left corner to Peyton Jurlitt. Jurlitt top of the key to Schuring. Schuring on the right wing to Stahlberger. Stahlberger. Bounce pass underneath the Zidlicki. Right block, turnaround, shot up and good. Sandra with 6. It is 42-22 Saints with 4:05 to play here in the third quarter. Bastian underneath to Ivester, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Sandra Zidlicki, and that will be her third. Foul number 1 of the second half on Decorah. Wholesale subs coming in for both squads. Lexi Noonan will look to get the basketball inbounds. Does so to Ivester on the right wing, now to Noonan in the right corner. Skip pass top of the key to Drazel. Drazel on the right side, traveled on the pass. So, Decorah will get the basketball back. 42-22 is Cedar Rapids Xavier, 3:55 to play here in the third. Kephart bounce pass on the left wing to Jurlin in the front court to our left. She tried to take it herself. Got it stripped, taken away by Xavier. At the other end, Drazel lays it up and in. Drazel with the layup. 44-22 Saints. 3:38 to play here in the third quarter. Foul is going to be called on Lexi Noonan on the press. Her first and the team's second. So, 3:38 to play here in the third quarter. It is 44-22, Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Hey, both players, you got the advantage now. Work hard in there, okay? Work hard. Work hard in there.
Kephart up the right side of the floor, had it stripped, taken away by Drazel. Ahead to an uncontested layup by Christensen, which is no good. Rebound to Kragel. Kragel's outlet pass is deflected, and a foul is called on Drazel. Her first, team's third. 3:25 to play here in the third quarter. It's 44-22 Cedar Rapids Xavier.
So far, Darren, I've seen a lot of turnovers by us on our outlet passes on that first pass after a rebound. We're not going to beat them back. Let's take care of the basketball down there.
Inbounds pass, ball knocked away from McDonough, taken away by Noonan, and Noonan will lay it up for 2. Noonan with her second bucket. It's 46-22 Cedar Rapids Xavier. Quickly up the left side of the floor. Schuring with the strong take, and she gets fouled on the way in.
Foul charge number 12, Christensen.
Christensen the foul, her first, team's fourth. Taylor Schuring to the free throw line to shoot a couple. She's got 2 points on 2 of 3 free throws tonight. First free throw up and good.
We're shooting free throws better in the second half, Darren.
2 for 2. And the one that didn't count because of a violation went too, so. Decorah was only 2 of 8 in the first half from the free throw line. Second one up and good. Taylor with 4 on the night. 46-24 Saints, 3:08 to play here in the third quarter. Across the timeline with it is Morgan Breitbach, pecked on by Peyton Jurlitt. Breitbach driving right of the lane, cut off there by Zidlicki. Leaves it right side to Jones, and Jones puts it up and in. Jones with 4, 48-24 the score. 2:50 to play in the third quarter, and Maria McDonough travels in the backcourt. An intensity that Xavier has brought, Decorah hasn't been able to match tonight. Right back, bounce pass left corner to Bailey. High on the left to Alexander Noonan. Noonan driving in the lane, went across the lane and had it blocked by Zidlicki, taken by Schuring. Schuring tried to go up, lost it, got it back, kicks it to McDonough right of the McKee, jumper up, no good, and a foul is going to be called. And it's a loose ball foul, and it's going to, I believe, be on Decorah. And Tess Olinger will get the foul, her second. Team second, 2:30 to play in the third quarter, 48-24 the score. Xavier up by 24. Xavier will dribble to the front court to our right. On the right side with it is Megan Jones. Jones on the left side to Noonan. Noonan driving left to the lane, and the ball is deflected, knocked out of bounds, and Decorah will play it from the far end on the turnover.
That's 19 on them, Darren. And we've done some good things on defense at times.
McDonough to Skirring. Skirring up the right side of the floor and dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds.
Not used to having somebody right there face to face, right with her, person to person. Got to take care of the basketball.
2:11 to play here in the third quarter. Saints up by a 48-24 margin. Anderson looks to get it inbounds, does so to Morgan Breitbach with it across the timeline. Into the left corner, and Lizzie Bailey back between the circles to McKenna Anderson. Veers over to the left wing against Taylor Skirring. Had it knocked away, got it back, dribbles to the free throw line, goes right corner to Breitbach. Breitbach around the screen, and a foul is going to be called. And Sandra Zillicki will get the foul. That will be her fourth.
Into the Vikings, number 11, Caitlin Kriegel.
1:53 to play here in the third. 48-24 the score. The Saints on top. McKenna Anderson will look to get it in bounds, and a timeout is asked for by Xavier. It will be a full timeout. 1:53 to play here in the third. The lead is 48-24 for Decorah, and let's hear from Wicks Construction. 1:53 to play here in the third quarter. Saints 48, Decorah 24. And after a good performance on Friday night, maybe just a little bit of a realization that there's a lot of work to do and a lot of season to play tonight, Larry.
Well, you bet, Darren. And it's early in the year. This is why you play games like this. Coaches will be able to coach now because they can talk to them and say, hey, remember that Xavier game?
1:53 to play here in the third. 48-24, the scoring bounce comes to Ivester, and she'll take a 8-footer out of the lane, up and good. Ivester with 4, 50-24 Saints. Stahlberger out of the lane takes an 8-footer. It's an air ball. The rebound pulled down by the Saints and Megan Jones. Quickly up the right side to Elizabeth Bailey. Bailey goes in. Shot blocked by Skirring. Taylor pulls it down for the corner. Now to McDonough. To Skirring. Skirring dribbles across the timeline. On the right wing to Shelby Stahlberger. Stahlberger on the right wing. Kicks it in the lane to Caitlin Kriegel. Kriegel at the right block. Top of the key to McDonough. Left side to Skirring. Skirring driving in the lane. Put up the shot. Partially deflected. It's rebound taken down by Breitbach. Breitbach right corner to Megan Anderson. Lob pass through the hands of Ivester. Taken away by Kriegel for Decorah. Now to Stahlberger. 1 minute to play in the third. 50-24 Decorah. Skirring on the left wing, left corner to McDonough. Lob pass underneath the Skirring, goes up, shot blocked by Ivester. Ivester pulls it down as well. Out of Breitbach, right side of Anderson, drives in, put up the shot, no good. Kriegel the rebound for Decorah. Out of Stahlberger, 44 seconds left here in the third, 50-24 Xavier. Stahlberger with it across the timeline to McDonough. Ball went directly through her hands and out of bounds. Turnover number 31 on the court.
And that's all because they don't give you a chance to relax.
Really? Gotta respect how they play. They bring it. They bring it for the full 32, don't they?
Yep.
Bailey driving left to the lane, drives in, put up a wild shot. It's an air ball. Kriegel the rebound for Decorah. Outlet left to Stahlberger with 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Stahlberger had it knocked away, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Lizzie Bailey, who will pick up her first and the team's fifth.
Foul charge number 2, Bailey, first, team fifth.
13.9 to play here in the third quarter. 50-24 Saints. Inbounds comes to Kriegel, left corner, underneath the Jurlet right block, puts it up, got it to go, foul call. That's a nifty little inbounds pass there, Coach B.
I love that play, but again, give Peyton some credit there for giving that jump stop head fake, and the girl was up in the air, went up, got the basket, and a foul.
Peyton now with 5. The foul was on Bailey, her first, team's 6th here in the second half. As the free throw is up, no good. Rebound taken in the lane by Kriegel. Kriegel dumps it to Riley Monteith at the right block now to Kriegel. 5 seconds left, put up the shot, no good, and Peyton Jurlet got the board, and she was fouled by the Saints. Morgan Breitbach. Breitbach picks up her second, team 7th, 4.3 to play here in the third quarter. It is a 50-26 lead for the Saints. And that's the team 7th, so Jurlet will go to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. Jurlet, first free throw up and good. She's got 6. Her, Kephart, and Zidlicki all with 6 for Decorah. 50-27 Decorah. 4.3 to play here in the third quarter. Second free throw is up. It is no good. Rebound pulled down by McKenna Anderson. Anderson quickly up in the front court. Takes a three-pointer at the buzzer of the third quarter, which does not fall. And 3 quarters now done. 50-27 Xavier. This for Vixie. Fourth quarter we go. It is 50-27 Cedar Rapids Xavier. Xavier outscored Decorah 19-7 in each of the first 2 quarters. The Vikes actually outscored Xavier 13-12 in quarter number 3.
Well, Darren, again, Decorah settled down a lot in this third quarter, but again, Xavier just will not let you go. They're relentless.
Decorah ball to start the fourth quarter. They shoot to our left, and Shelby Stahlberger has it in the midcourt area on the right wing to Jurlet underneath the Stahlberger right block, puts it off the glass and in. Schultz with her first 2. 50-29. Xavier up 21, 7:40 to play here in the fourth quarter. Underneath the right block, the pass went to Madison Kadlik, and a foul is going to be called on an illegal screen away from the ball. And that foul will go on Briley Bastian, her first and the team's 8th. 7:39 to play here in the fourth quarter. Peyton Jurlet with the basketball. Now to Skuring. Skuring will dribble across the timeline, leaves it on the right wing to Peyton Jurlet. Jurlet to Olinger at the free throw line. Tess on the drive right of the lane. Had the ball knocked out of bounds, and Decorah will keep it baseline right.
They've got their hands in the passing lanes all the time, Darren. They just keep putting you in positions that you don't like.
Skuring right corner. Ball deflected out of bounds by Megan Jones. So on the far sideline, Decorah will play it.
This would be, we got to figure out a way to get this one in.
Jurlet with the basketball between the circles. Jurlet on the left side to Shelby Stahlberger. Stahlberger on the left wing to the free throw line, and Olinger back between the circles to Skuring. Over on the right side to Peyton Jurlet. Jurlet on the right wing to Avaki to Stahlberger. Spins away from a defender, takes an 18-footer. It is no good. Rebound down to Olinger, and she gets tied up, and a foul is called. And the foul will be on Megan Jones, her first, team's 9th. Tess, I believe, is going to get a couple here.
Well, 1-1, I think, because...
Okay, it was on the rebound, yep.
Because the subs came in.
7:02 to play here in the fourth quarter. Tess's first free throw up and good. She's got 3 on the night. 50-30 Saints.
You know, I got to say some really good things about the interior play of our bigs. They've done a nice job of denying passes and getting rebounds for the most part.
Second free throw up and good by Olinger. Tess with 4 on the night. 50-31 Saints. 6:58 to play here in the fourth quarter. Morgan Breitbach on the left side, dribbles to the free throw line and tried to get it underneath the Vester, and if that was a legal move, it'd be cool.
It'd be a lot more fun to play, wouldn't it?
6:51 to play here in the fourth quarter after the travel.
Oh.
Inbounds comes to Jurlid. She caught it awkwardly and off balance, and her pass was intercepted by Breitbach, who missed the layup. Ivester misses the follow-up, and the ball will go to Xavier out of bounds as it was last touched by Skirring. 6:41 to play here in the fourth. 50-31 Xavier Saints. Breitbach will look to get it inbounds. Pass inbounds, knocked away, taken away by Tess Olinger. Now to Caitlin Kriegel. Kriegel to Stahlberger. Stahlberger with it across the timeline on the right side to Peyton Jurlett. Jurlett at the free throw line to Olinger. Lob pass underneath to Kriegel. Put up the shot, no good. Olinger got the board, put it up, and a foul is called.
Olinger's a jumping jack. I love it. She's up and down. She gets after it.
Megan Jones, the foul, her second, team's 10th. And Tess will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. And talked about this team being stronger. You can really see that with Tess and Caitlin.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
First free throw up and good for Olinger.
The bigs played very good, the people inside, but we just couldn't get the ball to them in that first half. Our guards just couldn't get the ball down the floor.
Second free throw up and good for Olinger. She's got 6 on the night, 4 here in the quarter. 50-33 Saints, 6:18 to play here in the fourth quarter. Dickus driving left the lane, had a strip taken away by Taylor Skirring. Skirring up the right side of the floor. Top of the key to Shelby Stahlberger. She overran the pass. She runs it down on the left wing. Now to Jurlett. High post feed on the left side to Olinger. Fourth shot is up and it's no good. The ball will go out of bounds, and Xavier's going to have that. Boy. 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's a 17-point lead for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Xavier's controlled this thing through the majority, but Vikes are competing and showing some good things. It's just the guard court could not handle the intensive defense of Xavier early in this game. Bastian misses the shot. Rebound down to Jones. Ivester at the free throw line. Put it up and good. Ivester with 6 on the night. 52-33. Saints up 19, 5:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Shelby Stahlberger with it on the right wing. Top of the key to Peyton Jurlett. On the left side of Taylor Skirring. Skirring back between the circles to Stahlberger on the right side of Peyton Jurlett. Jurlett driving right baseline, goes with the reverse layup, nowhere close. Rebound Olinger, tied up there by Jones. Alternating possession will go to Xavier.
And for Xavier, number 3, Lexi Newman. And for the quarter, 53, Sandra.
5:14 to play. 52-33 Xavier. Morgan Breitbach with the basketball across the timeline. Works on Peyton Jurlett. Dribbles to the free throw line. Goes on the right side to Elizabeth Bailey, and a 3-second in the lane call on Megan Jones. Inbounds comes to Jurlett. Her jump pass deflected, taken away by Noonan. Now to Breitbach. Breitbach back to Noonan in the right corner. Leaves it right of the key to Elizabeth Bailey. Lizzie Bailey retreats to the midcourt area on the right side to Morgan Breitbach. Breitbach top of the key to Noonan. 4:44 left. Xavier up 19. Ivester on the right side. Jump pass top of the key to Bailey on the left side to Noonan. Noonan driving towards the left baseline. Works on Jurlett. Kicks it to Ivester. A 12-footer in the lane. Was an air ball. Rebound saved inbounds, but it goes out of bounds. And Xavier will give it up to Decorah with 4:25 to play here in the fourth quarter.
And for the Vikings, 15, Shelby Stahlberger.
52-33, Cedar Rapids Xavier. They led 19-7 at the end of the first quarter. Outscored the Vikes 19-7 in the second quarter and took control of the ball game. Skirring with the basketball between the circles. Her pass intercepted by Lizzie Bailey. Bailey drives in, lays it up for 2. Bailey was 16 for Xavier. And timeout asked for by Coach Storhoff. 4:09 left here in the fourth quarter. Lizzie Bailey with 16 points. Morgan Breitbach with 13 points to lead the way for Xavier tonight. Decorah being led by Olinger, Jurlid, Kephart and Zidlicki, all with 6 points apiece. 54-33. As this one forced to be a full timeout, but we'll keep it here. During the break, Larry, just room to grow. But I was having this conversation with somebody about college basketball the other night. Really, in the game of basketball, when the season ends in March, you can't get too much happiness or heartburn depending on what is happening from a result perspective prior to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? In fact, you know as well as I, Darren, that when we have that long Christmas break, typically, it seems like we're starting over again. So, yeah, this is one of those games which is it's a timely game. It's one that we needed after that big game we had with Edco to say, okay, now let's see, are there things to work on?
4:09 to play here in the fourth quarter. The Vikes will be off now for 9 days. They will be at MFL Marmac on the 4th of December. A foul called in midcourt area. Christensen will pick up her second, and Taylor Skirring will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Taylor with 4, all coming from the free throw line. 4 minutes left in this one. 54-33 the score. As the free throw's up, it's no good.
And certainly, if you were to tell someone that Taylor Skirring is going to have 4 points all in free throws, you'd say, "Ooh, we got to have a little more out of her." You hope to have double figures on the average from her each night that she plays.
Yeah, and she's capable of it. So.
Yeah.
And second one coming here with 4 minutes to play. Saints up 54-33. Second free throw up and good. 5 points for Taylor Skirring. It's 54-34. Cedar Rapids Xavier. To the right side with it is Lizzie Bailey. Bailey around a screen at the top of the key. Goes right corner to Ivester. Ivester. Guarded by Zidlicki in the right corner. And Sandra just rammed into her and put her into the bench, and a foul is called on Sandra, and that'll be her 5th of the night.
I don't have a clue what just happened, Darren. I didn't see that. Did I? I did see that.
Yes, exactly.
Sandra got her money's worth on that one, though. That's one good thing about it. That girl ended up in a heap on the side, and she's not small.
3:43 left here in the fourth quarter. 54-34, the Saints on top. Lexi Noonan inbounds to Breitbach in the right corner. Breitbach guarded by Churla, dribbles to the midcourt area. Breitbach. Her pass intercepted by Taylor Skirring. Skirring dribbles up the left side. Good jump stop. She puts it up and in. First bucket for Taylor Skirring. She now has 7. She leads Decorah in that category. 54-36. Xavier with 3:13 to play, driving right baseline, putting it up and in is McKenna Anderson. For Xavier, 56-36 with 3:03 to play. Kephart tried to get it to Skirring, and a timeout is asked for by Coach Dorhoff here. 2:58 left, 56-36. And our next basketball presentation will be the boys opener on a week from Thursday night down at Cedar Falls. That'll be the next night. The girls play as well. They will be at MFL Marmac that night. And then both the boys and the girls will host Turkey Valley in a boy-girl doubleheader.
That's kind of been a nice deal. We've done that a few times. That's been good.
And that will happen on Saturday, December 6th. Next Tuesday night, we'll have Decorah Viking Wrestling at LaPorte City. Decorah against Union, and Decorah against Benton Shillsburg that night. So, yeah. If you're in town this weekend, there's college basketball in town. The Luther women will take on Wisconsin River Falls Saturday at 2 o'clock. You can watch it online at sports.luther.edu. Bit of a Decorah flavor.
Hey, Luther women are playing well. You know, Moran Lonning's back in town, playing well. And, of course, Madrigal has played well last year. Anna did, and again this year is playing well.
Jurlitt's pass inbounds through the hands of Bollinger, taken away by the Saints. Luther women lost to Wisconsin Platteville tonight by a 77-59 margin. McKenna Anderson travels with it. 2:44 left. Xavier up 56-36. This is Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Darren Swenson and Larry Berlin from Xavier High School tonight. The Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints outscored Decorah 19-7 in each of the first two quarters, pulling away to a multi-20-point lead as Druid misses the shot. Ollinger there for the board, and Tess will put it up and in. And Tess has 8 on the night. 56-38. Ollinger leads Decorah in that category. 2:15 left. Bailey on the left side to Megan Jones. Jones back between the circles to McKenna Anderson. McKenna Anderson skips it over on the right side to Bailey. Bailey lob pass underneath, deflected away, taken at the left block by Morgan Breitbach, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Morgan Breitbach, running over Peyton Jurlitt along the baseline.
Offensive foul, chance number 10, Breitbach, her third.
2 minutes left. 56-38. Cedar Rapids Xavier. Vikes have outscored Xavier 24-18 here in the second half. If you're looking at things to hang your hat on, granted when you're up that big of a margin here, as Riley Monteith going to get called for an illegal screen. Her first, team's fourth.
Well, we have to say one thing. The officiating's held true. I mean, they've played a close game the whole night, and the girls did adjust to it.
Yep. Right corner with it. A three-pointer is up by Noonan, no good. Rebound down to Taylor Skirring. Skirring ahead to Monteith. Now to Jurlitt. Jurlitt in the midcourt area. Spins away from the defender. Her pass intercepted by Noonan underneath it to Bailey, and Bailey lays it up and in. And I think Coach Lilly is taking a timeout with 1:28 left. Bailey with 18 points on the night. So 1:28 left in this one. Decorah being led by Tess Ollinger with 8 points and 37 turnovers tonight.
37 turnovers, Darren, and I'd like to go back through and take a look at how many of those were on passes. You know, little passes, outlet pass, or pass to somebody that was running down the floor. Just really not taking care of the basketball. They got us in a hurry. We feel like we've got to be quick in order to beat them, and we can't do that. We cannot beat this team. We have to simply, and I say that I mean not by score, but by speed, we just have to play fundamentally strong basketball, work our way down the basketball floor instead of trying to go at this breakneck speed.
1:28 left, 58-38. The Saints on top. Jurlitt spins away from the defender, drives in the lane, had it knocked away from behind on the shot. McKenna Anderson knocks it out of bounds. Decorah will keep it with 1:21 left. Jurlitt with the basketball, left side to Taylor Skirring. Skip pass over to Linnea Kephart on the right wing, around to Craigle screen to right of the key, and Jurlitt. A three-pointer is up, no good. Rebound, deep kicking, loose ball near the timeline, and it's going to be a tie-up between Kephart and Breitbach. Alternating possession will go to the Saints of Xavier.
Decorah.
Or the Vikings of Decorah.
That was good hustle by Linnea. Terrible pass.
Did get to Ollinger, who eventually fought it away from the defender. Kephart on the right side to Jurlitt. Jurlitt around a screen to the right corner. Bounce pass underneath to Craigle at the right block. Craigle goes up, misses the shot. Rebound pulled down by Jones. Jones out of Morgan Breitbach, working it between the circles. And a substitution timeout asked for here by Coach Breitbach.
Substitution timeout.
It is subs in. Kylie Brown in for the first time, and Maddox Stovey in for the first time as well. 36 seconds left, 58-38 the score. Cedar Rapids Xavier on top, looking to win their season opener here tonight. Ball into the backcourt, knocked away from Bastian by Skuring, and Skuring got it back, had it stripped. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be taken by the Saints. 39 turnovers on Decorah. Inbounds it comes to Bastian. Bastian along the right side to Brown. Brown's pass deflected by Olinger, taken by Linnea Kephart. Quickly ahead to Jurlid. Jurlid's bumped into and fouled by Bastian, so Peyton will have a couple.
Well, Cedar Rapids has got 30 turnovers too, but everybody on their bench played.
Shooting 2, Peyton Jurlid.
Jurlid, 1 of 3 at the free throw line. And the first free throw is up and good. 7 on the night for Peyton Jurlid. Decorah being led by Olinger with 8, Skuring and Jurlid with 7. 24.4 left. 58-39 the score. Free throw no good. Rebound taken. Olinger left block test. Goes up and scores.
Hey, Christmas come early there, baby.
58-41. Xavier. With it on the right side is Brown. Brown on the right side to Noonan. Noonan on the right block, and an offensive foul going to be called on Noonan, knocking over Peyton Jurlid. 6.7 left.
Foul charge number 3, Noonan per second.
Inbounds comes to Jurlid. Jurlid around the screen into the lane, put up an 8-footer, no good. Rebound down to the Saints. That's going to be that. Xavier wins it 58-41. Scoring on the night for Cedar Rapids Xavier, Lizzie Bailey led the way with 18 points. Morgan Breitbach had 13. 7 for McKenna Anderson. Amelia Ivester with 6. Megan Jones with 4. Lexi Noonan with 4. 2 for Maddie Nelson. 2 for Claire Christensen. And 2 for Aaron Drazel. Tess Olinger led Decorah with 10 points. 7 each for Jurlid and for Skuring. 6 each for Kephart and for Zidlicki. 3 for Kregel and 2 for Shelby Stahlberger. Decorah ended up 12 of 22 from the free throw line. Xavier was 14 for 16. Your stats, Coach B?
Well, quickly here, Darren. The shooting percentages stayed basically the same throughout the entire ball game. Decorah ended up shooting basically 30%, and they did that on 13 of 40 shooting. And on the other hand, Cedar Rapids Xavier ended up with 40%, and they did that on basically 18 of 46. So the shooting percentages really were consistent. The thing that kind of sticks out here when you look at my sheet is, I'm glad you put that extra line down here for turnovers, but Decorah with 39 turnovers, and Xavier 31. My goodness, that's more turnovers than I want to see in a ball game. And because of that, I think Decorah ended up having some mistakes made in judgment, and as a result, they got themselves in some places where they didn't want to be on the floor. And give credit to Xavier for that. I mean, they really did put the pressure on us right from the beginning, and really never let up.
Exactly. 58-41. Xavier gets the victory. Final thoughts, Coach B?
Well, there were a couple bright spots. I thought that our gals inside, Olinger, Kregel, Sandra Siddigley when she was in there. I thought they did a nice job. I thought they denied some passes. They denied their girls from getting the ball. They limited it a lot of times to them having only one shot at the basket because they got the rebound, and that's good news. I was a little disappointed with some of our outside play and that we did not take care of the basketball the way that you'd like to see that happen. But you know what? This is one of those situations where they now know what they need to do, and it's up to them to get better. That's what it's going to come down to. They're just going to have to improve.
58-41. Nice job, Coach B. Happy Turkey Day on Thursday, and look forward to working with you with another road trip a week from Thursday.
Well, thank you, Darren, and certainly hello to Ruth Price. I hope that she had a good evening and probably didn't like the outcome of the game, but certainly I hope she has a good Thanksgiving.
All right, 58-41. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you. That's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If not, the outcome 58-41. Decorah loses to Xavier. Next Tuesday night, Decorah wrestling at LaPorte City against Union and Vinton Schellsburg. We'll bring that one to you, and the time we'll get to you at a later date. Next basketball presentation will be on the 4th of December, a week from Thursday. Decorah boys open at Cedar Falls that night. So for Larry Berlin, Darren Swenson saying so long from Cedar Rapids Xavier. The final score tonight, Xavier wins it 58-41. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving on Thursday, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday night of next week.
Boisterous shouting.